Hello and welcome to the vlog. And as you can see, we're outside. No green screen. It's a bit quiet now. This is take two because the first time I did it, I used the wrong wire with the recorder and got nothing but silence. So here we go. Vlog number 70. And it's going to be a bit more ranty than usual. But we'll start with something that really, after 25 years, almost as a driver, over 26 years on the railway, and it still makes me uncomfortable when I see loads of people on the platform with cameras pointing at me and making stupid gesticulations for me to blow the horn. See, now, I know this sounds unusual, I know this sounds strange because here I am speaking to a camera, but this is my hobby, it's not my job. So, you know, it's like, how would they like it if I actually went to their place of work or whatever and just filmed them over their back and say, oh, what are you doing there? You know, oh, can you do this for me? It's uncomfortable. It's unsettling. And this, in railway terms, isn't used anymore. Now, I know that they want me to pull the cord of the whistle for the, yeah. It actually means create a vacuum throughout the train in ready for a brake continuity test. Nothing really in service anymore has vacuum brakes. So no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not completely grumpy. I am a grumpy git when it comes to this sort of thing, because just let me get on with my job. Now, if I see kids on a bridge, whatever, waving, or they're on a station as I pass, and there's kids, you know, or just people in general waving, happy to see you, yeah, fine. Get those cameras out of my face. That's my feeling. I know it's not going to stop anyone, but it's how I feel, uncomfortable. The other day I was taking the purple 67 locomotive up to Hereford and back for a shakedown run, and they were all over the place. It was I'm not going to say sad because we've all got hobbies, but it was unnerving. It was unnerving. I felt really uncomfortable. And that's just me. That's just the way I am. Yeah. If you see me as a grumpy git, tough is how I am. I'm not going to be one of those, oh, great driver, great tones. No, you're not going to get a single tone from me. Come up and ask me on the platform before we go. Maybe. I do sometimes for that because I've spoken to the person and they've got permission. That's fine. Not just there. It is actually illegal. You're supposed to get permission off the. You are supposed to get permission off the station staff before you do these things. Whether you do or not, or whether they, not you, whether they do or not, I don't know. Nobody ever takes any notice anyway. But there we have it. That's what it is. Grumpy git me. I'm a grumpy git, right? Okay. Now, on to another little rant. Now, I've actually stopped watching some of my favourite YouTubers' videos because when they get to a certain point and they say, oh, and our sponsor for today is BetterHelp. Click. Stop the video. It's got to the point now where I'm going to just check who the sponsor is for the videos before I even start watching them. Even some of my favourite YouTubers. My favourites. You know, Dr. Becky, Veritasium, BetterHelp. That's the end of that video for me. Action Lab, I've actually unsubscribed because he keeps doing it and keeps... Oh, I don't know. Oh. BetterHelp got a reputation for selling user data and using unaccredited therapists. And they charge upwards of 300 quid a month. Now, when I did need therapy some years ago, I think it was well over a decade ago, I went through the NHS to get it. Okay, probably a bit time-consuming, but £300 a month? And you can't trust them with the user data? You don't even know if you're speaking to somebody qualified? And people are taking them as sponsors? Nah. Stop the sponsorship and BetterHelp. I don't know. They really got ribbed a few years ago. Just a few years ago. And now they're back. No, don't. BetterHelp, go away. Seriously. And of course, everything I say here is my opinion. And I'm allowed to have an opinion. BetterHelp sucks. End of story. Right. Now, before the last vlog, we had the Aurora. And So there are two types of people on Facebook. Those who see something and post photographs of it, and those who didn't and wish they did. And you can tell who they are because you got photographs everywhere, and then you got piss take photographs everywhere. Oh, look at me with the Aurora, and it's somebody with MS Paint gone over a photograph or something like that. I know, I didn't see the Aurora. I got a photograph with the camera, with the night mode, and you could see the glow, but that was about it. But no, let them enjoy it. You know, I'm not jealous of somebody else. I mean, I was enjoying the photographs. If something big happens, I may or may not join in if I see it. When it becomes viral, I basically stop usually, but let them get on with it. Yeah, so you're either one of the people who saw it or one of the people who didn't and wish you did. You know it. You know it. It's no use saying, oh, look, he's taking an Aurora photo. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, I'm going to do my own Mickey take. Nah. You wish you saw it. Own up to it. And it's the same with many other things as well. So, yeah, those who saw it and took photographs and those who didn't and wish they did. Okay. Now, Antstream, a streaming emulation service. I was subscribed, and now we've got some grass cutter going in the background. Let's see how the noise reduction on this thing works. See if it gets rid of that noise. If it doesn't, you got my voice over the top of it anyway. So we got Antstream. Now, I did subscribe. £12 a year, I thought, yeah, fine. And I was expecting some sort of notification. Didn't get one. The first I knew about it when 20 quid came out of my bank. I thought, 12 quid, I looked at it and it's 40 quid, but I still had the Trista Bytes 50% discount, which isn't bad really because that was only supposed to be for a 12 month. But I don't use it anymore. I haven't used it for months and I'm not willing to pay for something that I'm not going to use. So while Antstream is good for some people, I got so many emulation things, so much real hardware, well, a little bit of real hardware, Amiga, Commodore 64 and VIC-20, that I don't need to use Antstream. And since they went to this sort of model, there's no online challenges going anymore because the challenges for free users, I was subscribed, but the challenges still work for free users. No, they don't. So nobody's doing it anymore. So I'm not using it. The challenges were the only thing I was using it for. So no, but fair play to Antstream. They gave me a refund within a few days. So yeah, they have got good support. So if you're into that sort of thing, don't hesitate. It works. But not for me, thank you. Now, Monzo are doing heavily promoting their bank lately. You see these billboards, usually electric, TV screen type billboards, LED billboards. Monzo, money, spreading the fountain all over the place. Monzo, a nice neat stream of water. Except they don't send text verifications. I tried with 4 phone numbers. Now I got 2 phones. One is generally a backup, and both have got 2 SIM cards. And that's 1 penny mobile, which uses EE, giffgaff, which uses O2 on my main phone, and then on my backup phone I've got O2, which I got through Volt and Virgin, and which I rarely use. That's actually a contracted one. I still rarely use it, and I've got EE 200 meg a month free on the internet as a backup. Not one of them received the verification text. Received the verification email, fine. And then when you go online, check out, try and get some help, nothing. No solution whatsoever. So Monzo, it's not as simple as your ads make out, is it? Right. Now, I bought this new monitor. I saw it online. Somebody says they got this monitor. So I did a search. £49. Here it is. £49. 4:3 ratio, which is great for retro gaming. Works with the Mister. Works with the Pi for Bato Serra. So that all works. It even works as a third monitor for the computer, even though it don't pick up the full resolution. I could force it, but I'm not going to bother because it's not that important. It looks clear enough anyway. So it's small, so you've got to get the glasses on to read it. But yeah, it doesn't work with the GBS-C control, the GBS control. Comes up with no support. So sadly I can't use it with my VIC 20, Commodore 64 or Amiga RGB. It does work with the Amiga's HDMI because that's basically a Raspberry Pi. But for the price, I can't fault it. And I use it frequently. It's very, very useful. So that was money well spent. Now, in work, we've got new tablets. Now, I got to be honest, listening to feedback and everything, I wasn't expecting much, but they do the job. My only gripe is with the policy they've given us and the actual tablet itself. The policy states you can use it for some personal things within reason. Everything you try gets blocked. So basically, fair enough, no problems. It's a work tablet, work issue, right? No problems with it, but at least get the policy to match what's on the device. It's not brilliant. A Lenovo K10, so it's a couple of years old. Does what it needs to, slow starting up. Means I can get rid of some paperwork, some books from my locker. It's going to be, the services are going to be, we access through it are going to be improved in time. Well worth it. Does the job it needs to. Stays in work. I don't bring it home with me. Any little I need to do with work, I can do from my phone at home. But I do use it a lot. And I do use it more than some other people because I actually keep logs of my train running. For any late running delays or anything like that, I keep a little log of them using OneNote. So yep, tablet for work, long overdue, glad we've got it. Get the policy sorted out. Right, I bought a game on tape for the VIC 20. Emu's Massive Hunt. Got to be careful how to say that. Now, I did get a digital download as well to try it, and I got that working. But I wanted to do the tape. So, knowing the way things like this work, I sort of buy it now for about 15 quid on a C2N or 1530 cassette player recorder. Supposedly working. So I put it in my watch list. And sure enough, next day, it's reduced to a tenner. Buy it now. Thank you very much. It came within just over a week, I think it was. Tried it out. Works perfectly. Now, the time isn't too bad either. It's a 35k game. And the initial part loads in 1 minute and 4 seconds. And the game itself loads in 2.5 minutes, which isn't bad from tape, especially that size. So I guess they got a fast loader working on it. I haven't been able to tell because my actual audio tape player doesn't work anymore. It's only a cheap thing anyway, but I'll probably get a new one because I do want to convert it to tap myself. But yeah, it works perfectly. So that was a good thing as well. He's got good feedback. Excellent work there. That will be on a stream later this month. Towards the end of this month, I'm going to stream VIC 20 and that will be on it. Okay, now, as you can see, we have a new pool. Deadpool. Deadpool is underneath it as a base, as a second life. Now, what happened with that was in the winter, especially towards my favourite time of the year, not fireworks, bonfire night, we moved the pool out of the way, drained it, moved it, and then moved it back afterwards. Filled it up in the summer, filled it up last week, and draining. I knew about one split, it was very easy, patch that, it wasn't that, couldn't find out where it was. And what it was, when we moved it, what we didn't notice was it picked this little thing up. It's sharp, and it tore a hole right near the seam, so it was unpatchable. So new pool it is. It's a new pool. It's a new summer. Next year we should be getting the garden landscaped. So I'm going to have that bit paved. I'm going to put padding down underneath it and have it level. So next year it's going to be all good. But I'm going to put it away this year, at the end of the year. I'm going to drain it, dry it, put it away, store it tidily, ready for next year when everything's ready to go out tidily. I don't think I'll get I was thinking about getting a drainage put in, but I think that'll be a bit complex and it'll only be once or twice a year to drain it. With it a lot tidier out here, there'll be less mud going into the pool. So it'll be kept cleaner, easier to keep clean. Oh yeah, new pool, new year, and lesson learned. look out for debris when moving the pool. So yeah. Now, one other thing I bought was this case from China. Now, it's for my Pow Kitty, my little handheld. Fits lovely and snug in there. Absolutely brilliant. Hard case, £3.50. Took 6 weeks to arrive. It took 6 weeks to arrive, but £3.50. That's all it was, including postage. A bargain from China. So that was brilliant. Now, my shout out this time round is we're going on Twitch again, and it's Watto Snorkers. Yay, Watto! And he usually does a lot of Spectrum stuff, type-ins or strategy games when he's streaming. Another one well worth watching. He knows his stuff as well. He edits games. He takes old games, old basic games, adds machine code routines and all sorts. He's bloody good. So in the description for Watto Snorkers. And that's about it for this 3-week month. I'm going to give my usual acknowledgement for Ukraine, which I don't think is going to be resolved with conflict. I think that's going to have to be done diplomatically. Though whether any side will accept diplomacy, I don't think any side is in any condition to win. So hopefully with that, and also Gaza. I would like Israeli government to just stop it with their attacks on the people of Gaza. I'm not talking about, Hamas, who are evil. I'm talking about the people. It's akin to genocide, and it's wrong. So, on that sad note, let's just end wars. Let's all cooperate, is it? I'm just me. So yeah, I can't influence anything. I'm not an influencer. But this is my vlog. And that's another one. That's vlog 70 out the way. So until next time, everybody, have a good one, and I'll see you in 3 weeks. Thank you for watching. Ta-ra now.